Welcome to ECNTRADE daily video. Before we begin, it should be noted that any advice is of a general nature only and that your personal circumstances have not been taken into consideration.
Hello everyone, my name is Rob Clayton and thank you for joining me. This coming week, economic data is really big, I would say, for the global markets, kicking off with the RBA board rate decision of its official interest rates. That is, every first Tuesday at the beginning of each month, the Reserve Bank of Australia holds its monetary policy meeting and announcement. Along with that, with Governor Lowy's statement at 2:30. After last week's recent inflationary numbers, there is a few surprises that may be in store for the markets, with the actual forecast at present for a rise from 0.1 to 0.25%. Along with that, we also have overseas, the US Federal Reserve hands down its interest rate decision with the likely result of a 0.5 rise to 0.75%. The main event, though, is still for this Friday, and that is for the non-farm payrolls, so therefore we will be seeing quite a whipsawed week, I believe, due to the economic numbers that are going to be released. Looking at the Australian dollar, the market is getting close to the bottom side of its range after taking out 71.15. I am looking for a possible decline to 69.90. Do note that the RSI is extremely oversold, and also the fact is that the ADX getting sort of close to the top side of its range, so around that 40-50 area. I feel the market may actually stage a rebound and therefore look away from this sort of 70-cent mark and look back up towards 71 to maybe 72 as a potential target. The euro at the moment is respecting the level that is around 104.85.95 after at least seeing two challenges there. The market's closed above it from a New York close, that is. And at present, though, is holding relatively well. But with the risk of this week, that is, of depending on the rate hike from the US Federal Reserve, and there is much talk that it's going to be 0.5 or 50 base points or even 0.75, but nevertheless we're looking around about a 1% move, that is, in interest rates. Therefore could see a little bit more whipsaw price from the US dollar, and along with that also we keep a big eye on the fact that we may see some relatively strong moves when it comes to the non-farm payrolls on Friday. At present, though, the market may actually stage a rebound and look towards that 106 area, and locking in a range at the moment of 105 to 106 for the start of this week. The dollar yen, well, all eyes back on this trend line. As you can see here, the market did stage a break back above it and finding that the momentum's actually slightly backed off. There is a little bit of divergence here. For some that are not aware of divergence, is when the market makes a high to the next high and the indicator makes a high to a low, then therefore could present itself in a little bit of a bearish price action. In fact, is that we could see the break of this trend, which we just lift this up a little bit, get the value, which is around 129.60.70, allowing about 9 point slippage, and therefore under 129.60.70 could see the next down test, and that is towards this region, which comes in around 127. Sterling also appears to be showing some potential support around this 123.80.90 area. I do like the way the market staged quite a sharp rebound from this RSI. I'm not going to get negative to the bottom side of this range, and if the market can hold the momentum for the start of this week, then I'm looking for a rise up to about, let me just lower this down to about 128.60 and reassess from there. Sterling Kiwi, very strong on Friday. The market surged back towards that top side of the range around 194, and as you can see from there, around that 194.40.60, the market is holding around that region. I feel now, from the given fact that how this market has been performing over the last couple of weeks, that this is the top side of my range, and I'd rather sit out for the moment and hold a neutral bias. Another whipsaw price action for gold rejects around that 1,915 area and now closes once again on a weaker tone. I feel that we are expecting maybe another down test around that 1,878 because the indicators are still somewhat lackluster and therefore could see that move towards that level. Keep an eye because we may actually see a further fall towards that 1,800 to 46 to 52. Wrapping up with oil. Well, as you can see here, the market also staged a test to that top side and clearly was rejected around that 105 area as anticipated, due to the fact that when we look at recent price action, it's struggled anywhere around that 105, 106. And this leaves the market can stage another down test, that is towards that 97.5. Well, that wraps it for the morning. Thank you very much for joining me. As always, keep an eye on Intraday Report and also the end of the day wrap.